Hopefully, when we get a couple people on, they can tell me if these headphones are working or not. All right, we're just gonna tie a bunch of flies right now because one, I need to. All right, here we go. And right now we're gonna tie the corrupt Hawaiian and we're gonna tie the ghetto superfly. So I'm here in Hawaii. My name is Makani. I am a guide, business owner, etc. Do a bunch of things here in Hawaii, but we're tying flies right now. So ghetto superfly, first fly. And what I do is I usually tie flies and either say nothing or tie flies and talk story the entire time. So if you haven't followed us or you're not familiar with our Instagram or what we do, check us out because we got a lot of cool things happening. Try to post some cool videos and things. Try to make it fun and really getting the population here in Hawaii just pumped about fly fishing because it's an emerging um, market here in Hawaii. I mean, it's always been here, but when social media started, and maybe add like 10 years to that, during COVID, we started to basically me, Chris, Ed, and a couple of the other fly fishing guides got together and we're like, brah, you know what? Let's uh let's start doing the social media thing and just pumping it up as much as possible. So that way, when we get off of COVID, we'll be busy. When COVID's done, we'll be busy. And sure enough, I did a bunch of YouTube videos, um, and we got busy. Uh, so COVID happened, then back to back, then we had the line of fires that happened. So I got real busy with that as well. And, just kind of been just keeping it going here in Hawaii, keeping the fly fishing community together, enhancing and promoting fly fishing here. And also, wow, we got a Shopify account now, basically making these flies and selling it all over the place. And I'm working on making it for the world, if you will. So I just got to figure out that on Shopify. And I said I was going to do that a few minutes ago, but one of my one person that wants to buy a hat. And I was like, I got to it, and my mouse was low. So I was like, oh, you know what? I might as well just go make flies for now. So I'm here making flies. It's hot. Let's see if it opens. There we go. Oh, it's a nice day here in Hawaii. I almost got tempted to go fishing, but I fished nonstop and I really had to get work done. If you guys can't hear me, let me know. I'm hoping you guys can. There we go. It should be good now. Anyway, the Ghetto Superfly Dark Brown Edition. You got to have all colors when you're out there fishing, not just one. Yesterday I was out there using the Cortland starter kit, the Pro Series, and the Pro Series was basically um, a starter kit for fly fishing in saltwater. The great rod casts really well. The only thing about it is a couple things. One, you got to maintain it. You can't dunk it. If you dunk it, you got to take it apart. You got to fix it up. You got to take all the salt water out, make sure it doesn't rust. Once water gets in there, the drag doesn't work properly. Yeah, that's for most reels. So a lot of the drags nowadays are sealed drags, so you don't have to worry about that. And when you have the sealed drags, you got a little bit more pricey price point. So, and I see a lot of guides throughout the United States just kind of sporting the Reddington. So I use a lot of Reddington products as well. So I like them. I like their predators that they had over the years. They're affordable, and that's the biggest thing is affordable. Because in Hawaii, you want to make it accessible to everybody, and to make it accessible to everybody, you gotta bring down the price point because cost of living out here ain't cheap. So, and we got since COVID, we got a ton of fly fishing people that started fly fishing and becoming a part of a larger fly fishing community here in Hawaii. So that's cool too. And I see that all the guides nowadays are super busy, which is what we wanted to do and accomplish. I think we managed that. I've wrote dozens, maybe I don't know, lots and lots of articles. Been featured in a couple articles. So as Chris was on a TV show once. We got Matty Wong. That guy is like legendary status. So a lot of fishing superstars, I guess, if you will. So that's pretty cool, and they're putting it back on the fishing here in Hawaii on the map, especially Chris. He's got videos that go viral all the time. And then he does he's always asking me, Mokane, where's your passport? Oh man, I got to get my passport. He's going on all these trips around the world. Man, I go on trips to each island every week. So I guide between here, Maui, and the Big Island. And I'm thinking about starting up a fly fishing shop, a small one, keep overhead low, and having that here in Hawaii so we can s- sell you some solid product and get it out to you. So maybe here in Oahu, get that going. Yeah, but yeah. So starting a store, getting all the college kids that are like fly fish from Alaska or wherever, they can work the store. They work the store for free, obviously. I was kidding. But it gives so I need to make the fly fishing store near the University of Hawaii. That'll be pimp. Actually, the closer to the University of Hawaii, the better. Then people that are at the school don't have to go far to get to the fly shop. Actually, that'd be pretty sick. Just a revolving door of college students working the fly shop. No, I'm just thinking out loud. That's all I'm doing right now. That way, when you come to Hawaii, you'll know what to get, what flies to get, and it gives people opportunity to interact and learn something in your fly fishing endeavor. So when I'm making um, these flies, the ghetto superfly, I'm using a size 4 gamakatsus, so carp hooks. So I found over the many years, like I started fly fishing I think 15 years ago. Before that, commercial fishing, but over the years, I've used all types of hooks, and a lot of them bent out, broke from these fish. Just the power of these fish. I'm using on a daily basis like 25-pound test tippet. Only time I don't use a 25-pound test tippet is if I'm using like B chain eye flies, and even then I'll use 25-pound tippet. But the reason why I don't use when I'm using B chain eyes, I don't use 25-pound tippet. It's because the line's stiff, right? And if you got to fly like not getting to the bottom because the line's like kind of facing up, then it kind of ruins the look of the fly. So that's a key point to remember. But yeah, YouTube is where it's at. So they found out. And it's the middle of the day. It is sunny outside, but I am not going anywhere because I'm going to get paperwork done today. In fact, as soon as that 6% on the mouse goes to like 40%, back on it. But for now, time flies. So I'm putting some lines on here. If you put 4 lines, you're not going to catch a fish. You put 3 lines, you got a chance. So that's key. Question and answer sticker. Try it. Best fish besides bonefish. Oh, bro, the golden trevallies. So everybody's all pimped out about catching these hermit. Well, we have these things. The rarer fish in Hawaii that we see on the flats is the golden trevallies. Now catching these fish, bruh, that's next level. So, and I have a few pictures of golden trevallies and videos of catching golden trevallies. I am in Hawaii right now. I'm from Hawaii. I'm Hawaiian, Italian, and German. See, the war brought people together. Ha! If you're gonna define the Hawaiian princess, tell you what, that's it. Yeah, they will eat this ghetto fly, the ghetto superfly. That's how I caught all my the majority of fish I catch, even the biggest ones I've ever caught, have been on this fly that I created. So not bad. Oh, I just had coffee too, bro. So fired up right now. I think I can fish. A little bit. I've been known to catch a fish here or there once in a while. When I found fly fishing from commercial fishing, man, that was such a win because you don't have to catch fish to actually make a living. You could go out there, talk story all day, miss a few fish, and that's it. Oh, you retracted that message. I saw it though. Too late already. Yeah, but if you guys got questions while I'm tying flies, feel free to ask, and I'll change the subject in 2.7 seconds. But don't talk to me about some crazy shit that's going on somewhere right now, because you know there's always crazy shit going on right now. And I feel for that boy he got lost Sunday. I just found out about it this morning. Um, and I hope they find him. Uh, he was on I guess his one man canoe. One man canoe came in, paddle, hat, but he did not. So thoughts and prayers go out to you, brother. Man, I hope you made it to shore, bro. So that's on the other side of the island. And yeah, just your time to get a superfly. It's superfly. They should make a song on this fly. This is the hawk action going on right now. Gets longer. Ah, it's too big. So if you guys notice my videos and stuff, you guys will see that it's not fucking staged or made like super nice. It's just a regular real video. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got some editing skills, but for the most part, I try to just when I film, I'll press the button, remember what I filmed, and then come back and then just put them all together or use the AI thing or whatever. Sometimes if it's not easy to do, if I gotta go to my computer, bruh, just getting me to sit at my computer is like freaking pulling teeth. So see how much taxes I gotta pay from 2024. I do all kind of paperwork. I collect money, I gotta pay money. So if you don't know, I, hello from Canada. Hope you're well. Yeah, Canada, solid, bro. Any spots November 8th? Yeah, we got a couple of spots left on November 8th. So if you want to come, you want to sign up, now's the time. And and if you missed it, I posted that video yesterday. The fish that I caught, felt like I had to catch a decent sized bone before switching and using the Reddington and kind of giving an analysis on that. So I think I hooked 4 or 5 bones until I hooked a decent sized one yesterday. And so you can see that video with a Cortland starter kit. So I like it. I like using pretty much anything. Doesn't matter to me. You don't have to buy the freaking $1 million setup to fly fish. I mean, it's just one of those things. If you can afford it, right on. If you can't, you don't need it. You can probably put together a bamboo pole with enough line, hand line, and probably catch a bone, but you're gonna have to use like super heavy pound tests. Bruh, check this out. Get the fuzz off. Done, son. And then after I get a bunch of these flies done, what I do is I'll go back and put epoxy on it. So when I cut, just to let you guys know, I go halfway right there. So that way your hook has more room between the tip and the shank, the main shaft, if you will. Bruh, it is so sunny outside today. Yesterday it was raining. Today is like one of those days it's super sunny. Maybe I should have stayed home yesterday, but I hooked 3 yesterday, so it's not a bad day. Anytime you hook 1 in Hawaii, it's huge. You get close to 1 in Hawaii, it's huge. If a fish follows your fly, it's huge. Fly fishing in Hawaii is like the Super Bowl of fly fishing. But yeah, if you're gonna sign up for the November 8th class, there's a few spots, not many. And we're only maxing out at 10, yeah. I asked Johan if he can join us, the other fly guide from over there, even Corrupt Hawaiian, to see if they can make it to come help with the class, just to kind of give their thoughts on it too. I am Pine Flies, Teddy, and Taff. Pine the ghetto superfly. What am I doing? Not fishing? Waiting for the mouse on my computer to charge up so I can go do some more paperwork and pay bills and and just sit there. Am I Muslim? What the hell is that have to do with anything? Ali Akbar. I got blown up once, if that means anything, by a Muslim, but that doesn't mean that anything. Okay? Oh, I said that. No, I'm not Muslim. I'm not Christian. I'm not nothing. I'm Hawaiian, and I believe in a higher power, though. That's for sure. Because I tell you what, when it's a time of need, bruh, it's always nice to have some kind of faith, or just either you're talking to yourself or you're talking to something out there that can you feel comforted with. As far as religion is concerned, it's something we don't talk about too often, but I challenge my kids all the time, and I ask them pointed questions because you want to know about every religion, and you want to be flexible with your um, thinking, where you can make solid choices if you do pick a religion or anything like that. I've read the whole Bible. I've read the Quran. I've read Buddha's book, one of the books by Buddha. How that all happened. What else did I read? A lot of them. And even the Hawaiian religion, where it was based on the elements and everything around you. So everything had um, mana, or a spiritual. Um, you could put mana or a spiritual power in things. Right on, bro. Anyway, you got me off topic, bro. So it's great that you're Muslim. Doesn't matter to me. Muslim, Jewish, I don't care. As long as you treat people nice and you're a good person, you're solid. Okay. That's my take. Anyway, going back to that religion topic. So I always ask my kids pointed questions. So the other day, she goes, Dad, me and my friends, and she's 12, my classmates, we were talking about religion and all this stuff. Why, um, like why God, flooded the earth. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. And I respect what my kids believe in and stuff like that. But so she said that I was like, wow, for God to flood the earth and kill everybody on the planet. Wow, what a dick move, yeah. That's what I said. But that kind of, I mean, she's young. She's got a mind that can think and think about these things and try to understand, you know, why religion was formed, where it comes from, and have a better basis uh, for religion in general. You know, I like Buddha's teaching. Treat everybody with compassion. You know, that's some pretty good teaching. You can try to write a appropriate response, but no need, bro. Oh, you're translating, bro. Well, if you fish, this is your site. But if you don't fish, then you can watch freaking myself making these flies. Now, let me go back to what I said. I do believe in a higher power. Okay. How I believe it, it's between me and that higher power. You can take good from a lot of things in the world. And that good is what I try to adopt to my life and how I live. I mean, not all the time, bro. I haven't always been freaking solid, bro. I mean, now it's even shaky. But I try to be good to a lot of people and make the right decisions and teach my kids right. So that way they're strong enough emotionally. If somebody tells them something that they might not agree with, they're not gonna fucking freak out. Did I just swear? I did. Sorry. Anyways, so if you're still watching, that was my take on my beliefs and religion. Yeah, no, bro. Hey, are you Muslim? And the first thing I say is Ali Akbar, kaboom. I did get blown up once though. Yeah, because that's what happened to me. Anyway, long time ago, bro. Not that long, but anyways. No, that was right in. Is that Ali Akbar you wrote? Oh, try to be a Muslim, bruh. I take the writings from all books, and if it's good and it makes sense, then I'll adopt it into my life. What's going on from Texas? All right, bro. We got one person from Texas. Right on. Solid, Ronald. Oh, and Hawaiian. Oh, solid. Even more better. Oh, this is AI or just somebody just trolling over here. Are you trying to get me to switch to be a Muslim? Wild. So try to keep the questions and all that stuff on making flies. This is one of those moments where you can kind of relax, cruise. I'll tell you guys certain perspectives on things, but I'm not here to rustle any feathers or tell you how to believe things or what to do. I'll give you my opinions based on my life and my experiences, but I'll never. Well, I'll teach you guys how to do this, but I won't tell you. I mean, I'll show you guys, but it's up to you guys if you guys do it. Squirrel Pursuit Outdoors. What's up? I like that name, Squirrel Pursuit. All right, bro. ZIKL on this whatever U30. I think you must be a bot or something, bro. Saying some weird stuff. Make like a tree and leaf. Ha! You heard that joke before? Probably not. You must surrender. Yeah. Anyway, got some strange individuals that do make comments from time to time, and yeah, this is not the place. Oh, Laie. It says liar, but I know what you mean. Ronald, you said I was raised in Laie, so you know all my family then. Garians, barbarians. No, no, bro. I understand. I always get auto corrected all the time. Oh, kind of fly. Gee, what's bonjour mean? What's up? Is that Korean? No, I'm just kidding. I'm a Dustbuster 3000. I'm back up. There we go. All right, are we done with the brown? Oh no, I got a little bit more. I can make one more. Oliver King, what's up, Oliver King? What's happening? Yeah, if you guys come on here, you guys make a comment. Where are you guys from? That was a cool question. Where are you guys from? You guys fly fish? You know. So Oliver, do you fly fish or or what? That way we can get the bots out. Yeah. If you're a bot, bro, you wouldn't know how to answer that question. So, anyways, think next I'm gonna make orange. Make a bunch of orange flies. Orange works out here. Oh yeah, everything's getting blown around. Freaking Dust Bowl 2024. Winds are picking up. Belgium. Nah, that's rad. Belgium. Is that where Amsterdam is from? Is Amsterdam? I've been there. Mm, what's up, bro? If you guys ever seen the guy, the skits, what, Ken and Peel? So if I see a cool name, I'm gonna try to do it, okay? So yeah, you guys know what skit I'm referring to. We'll see. If you know, you know. And it's a play on your guys' names. Yeah, man. This is my Instagram, all the social media stuff. This is as real as it gets, bro. Not no pretty pictures. I mean, the only pictures I know how to take is with fish. That's about it. Yeah, Mark. So I just made just add some dubbing to this, just to add some body to this fly. And I think this fly desk that I have was made in Pennsylvania. And right now I'm using a Norvise. And this fly desk was given to Coach Duff when um, him and the client were trying to catch a bone. The guy lands a double digit bone, sends him this fly desk, which is so pimped out. Well, Duff is out of the scene. He's in the mainland now. I got his boat. I got his he was a Marine too. And so learned a lot from Coach Duff. Yeah. My papa made flies. Yeah, it's good fun though. Making flies is super relaxing. I don't know if it's a talent. The reason why this is called the ghetto superfly is because I mean I've gotten better at tying flies, but there's some guys out there that are so freaking kung fu on these things where they make it just perfect. These flies are just meant to catch fish. That's it. Yeah, right. Yeah. Belgium. Oh, Belgium. King Leopold. So the fur, like that's during the rubber trade and everything like that back in the day. I think that's Belgium. Pretty sure. Later on in life, he was like 76 years old, and then being the king, he was like he found a super hottie, and then he ended up taking that. I think she might have been 18, 19 years old, taking her from the guy that she was with, and having her come with him for the rest of his life. And then after he died, she went back to um the other dude. What a weird story, but that's what happens when you read a lot. You learn things. The World Wide Web. So I know one of the things that I've been micro focused on and should have been posting more on YouTube is just Instagram and not really doing all the platforms and knowing that YouTube was the number two most searched search engines. What's up, Darren? She, brah, you can use one big one. You just gotta aim right, or just get one swarm of flies all in one box and just yank, brah. I got answers. Oh yeah, gee, right on. Papale, Ingress and Indonesia. Ah, from Indonesia. That's rad. So if you guys just joining us, I'm tying the ghetto superfly right now from Hawaii. One of the guides up here. Doesn't look like much, but it's supposed to represent a mantis shrimp. And when you walk around the flats here, you'll see big ones, but majority of the mantis shrimp that these guys eat are small. They're not big ones. You know, they did a study studying what these guys ate more than anything. And it all depends when the study is conducted. I mean, crabs was like on the top of the list, but if you catch it at different times, I mean, their stomach may be filled all with mantis shrimp. Yeah, freaking, brah, I understand. All right, I'm not doing the. You know what? I better plug this thing in because this battery, I don't know if it's working anymore. It drains pretty quick. So I think I got to get a new one. Do that after. Plug this bad boy in. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we're back. I didn't go anywhere. Laura. So anyway, just joining us, tying the ghetto superfly. It's a fly that I created, designed. Been fishing all my entire life since I was 2. Caught my first fish. Still remember that. Could have been like 4, but whatever. It's more impressive if you're 2 and remembered. Indonesia and Australia. Bruh, I want to go surf Indonesia. Actually, I just need to go surf. I've been fishing so much that I've been surfing, doing jujitsu a lot less. So I got to get back on it. All right, that's that for this. I'll do something that I never do, which is clean up a little bit before I start the next batch of flies. The only reason I'm doing it is because the vacuum is freaking running. Not the box there. Got him. All right, Ronald. Wheel. Yo, Mason. I mean, in front of a tunnel with dumb things coming out of a tunnel, and all I see on chat is 6, 7. Bruh. Yee. Yeah, Mark. Again. Mark, you're pressing the wrong button every time. Hi. I do that all the time too. What is 6, 7? Bruh. I don't know. It's part of a song or something like that. My kids do it anytime they hear a number or whatever. So trying to be a cool dad. Try to catch them every once in a while. I think it's the height of a basketball player or something like that. I don't know. Not real familiar. They did mention it though. All right, we're gonna go with a beige color right now. It means nothing. It's a number, 67 or 6, 7. You add them up, you get 13. That's funny. Yeah, you guys. So if you guys are from any place like cool, brah, drop a drop a line. Let me know, cause I mean we got Indonesia, we got Belgium, uh, and yeah, we got all kinds of things. Joshua, using a Rigo. No, I got a Norvice. These things are pimp. So my fly tying desk in Maui, I basically have a tray. You got 2 things for the Norvice, and brah, so cherry. All right, where the heck is my brown? There it is. Sharpies. Oh, that's cool. Those are pimp from what I hear. And a master for the. Oh, for you talking about fly rods, brah. I think you're talking about fly rods, right? because I use anything. What's been So what's been happening is, I've gotten a few free rods, which is really cool. And oh, the fly vice. Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Sage Maverick. Yeah, I got that too. I use I got an R8 that was given to me. I let all the clients use that. It has a picture on the back of the Hawaiian Islands bonefish eating this fly right here. I mean, it's pretty rad. And just like, yeah, I like um you know what? The Cortland starter kit, that rod, bruh, pump it out into the wind. You know how much that whole setup costs? $200. No, so the R8 is pretty good. Yeah. But if you look at, I think I have a video on here of I'm casting a $200 rod and all the fly line's gone. So that's a real thing. And I just hooked that bone yesterday. The last video I posted, hooked three, landed one. One just snapped off in 2 seconds, and the other one just freaking, big ones too. Yeah. Yee. Yeah, the Maverick's good. R8's good, but remember, using bamboo pole and catch these things. You just need enough line or 1,000 pound test. Right now I'm in Oahu. I have to get a lot of stuff for my company put together. The reason why I'm making flies right now is because my mouse was at 6%. So I was like, oh, what can I do while my mouse charges? So I'm making flies and going online because might as well do something productive at all times. So for me, social media helps because it helps me sell my flies, helps me get bookings, and yeah, it's kind of clutch when it comes to running this business. Actually, probably any business nowadays. I got a nice steelhead the other day. Oh, that's sick. One of these days, I'll catch a steelhead. I only river fished once in my life, so I learned to fly fish in the salt water and all that good stuff. I had a dream where I got a 5 pound rainbow, but then it randomly got caught in a rocky cave. I don't know why. Then I woke up and I had to go no more. Yeah. Uh, I had to go to school. That's all. I would wake up from that dream too. You got a rainbow stuck in the rocks. So yeah, I mean, do rivers. I wish I had a solid flats here. Yeah, dude. Flats are. It's like when you come out here. I take a lot of people from all over the world fishing here in Hawaii, and yeah, even though I haven't fly fished all over the place, judging from people's experience and from my experience fly fishing in a river once and um being guided one time, uh uh, here in Hawaii is like the Super Bowl of fly fishing. So it's pretty epic. You catch a fish or you catch one fish and you're stoked. But yeah, from the losing a 5 pound rainbow in the freaking rocks, it's that's a nightmare. Freaking, it's almost Halloween. So each Halloween we try to dress up in costumes and go fishing. So next, what is it, Thursday or Friday? Thursday, Friday. I don't know. Maybe Thursday. I'll be fishing with a costume on. I did the other day just to see if the Costume would scare fish, and it did, I think. But because it was basically a crystal, one of those disco balls. Yeah. So that's on Instagram too. But oh, Missoula for trout fishing. Sick. Is that where's Missoula? Is that Missouri? Damn it, British Columbia. You catch a giant, probably 2 to 3 pound trout at the place called Rocky Fork. Oh, in Montana. Dude, I've been following this girl in Montana called the Montana girl. Ah, she's a hottie. That's all I gotta say. If it's your girlfriend, bro, bro, solid. Ah, Tennessee. Okay. Once in a while, I'm fishing, and the next to someone who just flicks the line and tells myself, "I wish I could do that." Yeah. Well, in Hawaii, you cannot just flick the line. You gotta freaking throw in like a haul, double haul, cause and you gotta be able to at least cast like 10 to 15 yards into the wind if you want to fish all day. And the winds are like 15 to 25 knots every single day. We pull 30-pound chum and kings all the time in Selawak River here. I found, but it was a tiny creek, so it's big for the skinny creek. Yeah, okay for a creek. Right on, bro. Sick. Anytime you catch in a fish, it's pretty solid. Like literally, I almost went fishing today because I always go fishing and I don't do admin. I distract myself with these kind of things. Like right now, always. Anyways, if you are from Montana and you know the Montana fly fishing person up there, Montana fly girl, let her know I'm online. She can look me up. Nah, nah, just kidding. I'm not married. Don't have a girlfriend. Single. This I found it. It's on my right hand. It says Semper Fidelis, Marine Corps. Yes, I was in the Marines. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, easy. Freaking. I wish like if you serve, you don't have to pay taxes for the rest of your life. That would be freaking sick. I mean, I got the VA and stuff like that, which is sick too, but not paying taxes? Well, I guess I don't pay taxes on that. But anyway, not paying taxes, period. No matter how much money you make, that would be great. Oh yeah. Good old social media action here. So when it comes to fishing questions or anything like that in Hawaii, you can always call me up. I'm super accessible if I'm answering to my phone. Yesterday I was on the water, but I was free fishing and I answered my phone like 4 or 5 times. And I was like, wow, my phone rang a lot today. And I was like, oh no, it always rings a lot. It's just that I don't answer the phone when I'm guiding. So yeah. Yeah. Spinners work good on small. What smallmouth bass, right? Caught a bunch of those. So if you guys are interested in becoming a part of the drawing, I'm gonna make an announcement pretty soon. I'm gonna give away a backpack from Coastal Sunglasses and a bunch of other stuff. And we still have that competition going on the Big Island. If you catch a bonefish on the fly rod, I will send you a brand new pair of Coastal Sunglasses. So yeah, and it's been like a month and a half, almost 2 months now. So that's how hard it is to catch bonefish on the Big Island. And if you look at my YouTube, you'll see me catching bonefish on Big Island in all these different spots. And a lot of spots, I think I'm not a lot, but a few spots, I might be the first person to catch bonefish on the fly at those spots, which is cool. To be able to say that after like freaking however long fly fishing has been here, it's crazy. But the environment changes, things happen, like sandbars are created, whatever. Anyway, all right, Laura, what do you got? Last year I got a 20-pound striper at Boone Lake on chicken liver, but some other guy got a 58-pound striper at the same place. So yeah, wow, it's pretty big. The first striper I ever caught, I was on the East Coast at the Wachio, Rhode Island. They asked me to come up and start their beach service. So I went up there, started their beach service, and Phil, who was the general manager, he gives me a uh well, handsome to you too. Phil gives me a rod and I just leave that on the side as I get the beach services going. And then the striper fish and all these boats come into there. It's probably 1 mile offshore. And I got this stand-up paddleboard. So I'm like, huh. So I jump on a stand-up paddleboard with the rod. I paddle out, and I think the fish was like 36 inches or 40. I don't know. It's a long time ago. But yeah, off the stand-up paddleboard as I'm getting waked by all the freaking boats out there at Watch Hill. Gwen says, "Are you so handsome? Are you free? I am free as a bird." What's what's happening, Gwen? Are you AI? Because oh boy, that's classic. I know how to tell if you're AI or not. I got the bot detector. What he just Laura, first one I got was first one I got, let me reel it in, was like 2 pounds, I think. Oh, that's pretty good. Any kind of fish you get is cool. Um Bum on streets. Okay. Sick. Hey man, just got into fly fishing. We don't really have rivers around here, just freshwater lakes. Which flies would you recommend? Okay, so this fly has caught smallmouth bass, catfish, tarpon, permit, golden trevallies, bonefish on the East Coast in the Bahamas. Um, what else has it caught? I don't think it's caught any trout yet. No, it did catch a trout. So yeah, I live in Asia though. We don't have bass and stuff here. Well, if you got carp there, then you got to just use secret. Just put bait on the fire rod on the hook. If you live in Asia and yeah, it all depends what you got. I don't know too much about it. I only fished rivers and lakes a couple times, but these flies go out and people send me pictures of them catching fish all over the place. Oh, snakehead, that's a freaking crazy fish. Usually I only fish for bluegill, but sometimes other fish. That's sick. Okay, now yes, wild. Don't know what to say now. I'm just kidding, Glenda. I like the comment. Don't take me. You're good. Say whatever you want. Message me. Uh, anytime. I appreciate the compliments. Makes me feel better about myself. Nah. But yeah, anyway, here in Hawaii, time to ghetto superfly, waiting for my mouse to charge. So if you guys got any questions about Hawaii, you're taking a trip soon, you want to take a trip, you want to fish with me, just let me know. I'm super accessible. Majority of the times when you call, I'll give you advice. I might not give you all the advice that you need. You got to subscribe for that on Instagram. I have a spot where you can subscribe and get key information on a lot of stuff. I mean, you could probably figure it out yourself, but it helps when you have a source. And there's a lot of content out there from individuals, but you don't know if they're street cred or not. So I live in Hawaii. Oh, that blew everything everywhere. Sick. Why? Where do you live? So if you're just joining us, I'm just talking stories, making flies. Mark, one time I had tied a fly on bait caster. Then I just started using them and I did not end well. Want to see a big fly that's heavy? Right here. This is the instrument you catch octopus with. And it just happened to be on my desk. Anyways, so I do sell these flies. These are the ghetto super flies. We also sell a fly box. And so the fly box contains ghetto superfly and the corrupt Hawaiian. So we're two Hawaiian fly fishermen here. We both guide, we both tie flies, and um, we got videos all over the place. And yeah, so if you're interested in getting a fly box, you can go to our Shopify account. It's all in there. If you want to sign up, if you're on Maui and you want to sign up for the class on November 8th, you can do that as well. No problems. Okay, I gotta tie orange. All right, so key, remember, I gotta find a, there it is. Whenever you're using EP fiber, you want to keep it together. Um, so these things, I'll grab a small one, tie it up, that way I can, um, and I learned this from somebody else, obviously. I don't think us Hawaiians had fly fishing in Hawaii a long time ago, but we did make flies out of bones and feathers and stuff. So just use hand line. Anyway, here we go. Just tying this up, get close to the edge as possible. Tighten it. And get rid of this. Use it later. Whatever. Cut it. I used the Gamakatsu carp hook for this one. So okay, wait. What is the question? I also like World War I, World War II stuff. It's pretty cool. Check it out. Yeah, no, I study a lot about World War I and World War II, so I can talk to you about history all day. Um, like for example, World War I, introduction of the machine guns changed the battlefield. Airplanes was as early. start to aeronautics, if you will. Um, and then World War II came about, and so World War One, you lose 33 million people. World War II, about it's estimated like 69 million people lost their lives. 69 million people. That's a lot of people. Um, just insane what you learn from reading, which is which is important. You guys all should read. If you guys aren't reading, grab a book. It's time. Um, yeah, so I could tell you all kinds of stories about World War II because my other company, which is Keave Adventures. So if you ever visit Hawaii and you want to go to Pearl Harbor or um, island tours, hiking, volcano, Green Sands Beach, you call us and we'll make it happen. So my company is actually specializes in super high end tours. So um, what do you call? Yeah, so we get the calls for like crazy things, and we make them all happen. And I got the best guides in the state that work for Keave Adventures. I'm sure there's others, but we don't talk about other people that much. We just talk about ourselves and boost our company up as much as possible. We'll talk about their shortfalls, talk about our successes. But anyway, yeah. So the size hook, I think I have. Let me grab my gamakatsus. Got my good old bag here. So there's a difference in the gamakatsu carp hooks that you buy. So it's size 8. Here's a size 2. No, I don't use those. Size 8 is a different thing altogether. 6, no. Okay. So here's a good hook. It's a Specialist RX carp hook. So this hook, um, the shank, I mean the curve goes all the way down. Some of like the humpback carp hooks, size 4, it's the the shank curves a little bit sooner. So I think this one, if you're stripping straight back, would probably be the best bet for hooking the fish. Size 4 is bigger. It allows the um, those big lips to get stuck. All right, let's see what this. All right, Lara, you saw some Minecraft when you streamed. Yeah, that makes sense. Just the number one watched um, thing on YouTube or played. I think there's 258 million people that play Minecraft versus 69 million people or 68 million people that play Fortnite. Something there's a huge disparity between the two. Which is crazy because back in the day we had like Oregon Trail and all these things where it was like shitty graphics. All of a sudden we get super awesome graphics and people are still playing Minecraft. I don't understand that. Okay. Rangeley. Okay, 2 beautiful landlocked Atlantic salmon this week on the fly rod. One on dry dropper, other on wood special, 18 inches, 3-pound fish here in Maine. Oh, that's sick. Going to live in New Orleans. My phone's not working good, but I like fish, so phone not get it. Ah, no worries. Laura is definitely not a bot. Okay, Nightbot is everywhere. Yee. One of these days, I will come to New Orleans. I don't drink, well, anymore, but I can still have a good time and party like a rock star. I go to Burning Man. I do all these festivals and stuff like that. Sober as a kite. Hmm. So, anyways, but there's good fishing in New Orleans. I don't like staying still too much. I think tomorrow I fly to Maui. Today I get the rest of my paperwork done. pay bills. Oof, can't avoid them. Anyway, so this is the orange fly. Like, believe it or not, and I make these flies in different sizes too. So it depends on the water, how skinny it is, how deep it is. We can adjust the weight, and that's key, right? You want to adjust the weight for when you gotta adjust the weight. Ah, shit. I just subscribed. Posted lots of native brook trout and salmon short clips. Check it out. Yeah, man. I'll definitely check it out. The one time I went and fished for trout, I was in Alaska, and I had a guide, everything like that. We're casting everything. I think I caught a fish. Yeah, I did catch a fish with my bare hands. I grabbed it. Um, but in Alaska, we were catching freaking trout on every single fly we threw. And that was my one Alaska trip. And then I asked my friends, I was like, hey, what? Do I have to do this again? They're like, no, after today, you'll never get as good as you got today. So, because we were catching trout on everything, spoons, dry flies, wet flies, whatever kind of flies. Last day of break, I went to a lake, a house in Boone Lake, and I heard lots of guns. And I caught like 20 bogey. Oh, I don't know even what that is. Oh, bluegill. Bluegill. That's what it must mean. Gunshots. Hopefully they shot something that they can eat. Yeah, if you're just joining us, just tying this ghetto superfly works on everything. What eyes I'm gonna put on this? Ooh, black eyes are good on this. No, not in that box. Let's see if we got this. So, if you're using a size 4 hook, you have to use the appropriate weighted um, lead. Otherwise, it's not gonna swim well. So the lead has to be between 1.3 and 1.5 grams. If not, it will not swim well. So yeah, so keep that in mind, especially if you got a lot of current and stuff. We have a native brook trout, range said 22 plus inches, 5 to 6 pounds. Fly rod only, catch and release, and barbless rivers. Deer or geese. Well, if you heard them all in a row, they're probably killing like geese or something. Almost ran over some chickens this morning. I didn't go faster. I stopped. Let the chickens and the chicks go by. There we go. The black eyes are pretty cool too. Gives it a different look with the black eyes. And then for our class that we're doing, we got Costa. We're gonna get some bling from them. So that's cool. Laura, my neighbor, has chickens and goats and soon turkeys. Right on. You got a natural alarm there, Laura. You don't have to drink. You drink. Don't drink. I don't drink. My phone. Yeah. No, yeah. That's right. I like that, Gwen. Gwen, you're saying all the right words. There we go. So our class here in Hawaii, we're gonna be doing a just to let you know, we'll be hosting a well, I'll be hosting 3 people to come to my house here in Oahu to fish 4 days straight, um, and freaking fish hard and learn as much as you can about fly fishing in Hawaii. And not only do you get to fish, but you get to learn how to fly fish. So if you do have a group and you're interested in the class, let me know. We can set aside a time for you. It's not set at all. When I'm gonna do, I didn't come up with a schedule yet. I did make the place all pimp though. And ready to receive people. So if you have an idea, if you have 3 people, 4 people, if you guys are all the same family or friend group, let me know. And it's like going to a lodge, and I'm keeping it super cheap and affordable for individuals to attend. And just hear guns at my house in general coming from close into the Appalachians. Oh yeah, makes sense. Ghetto superfly right there. That there's orange mantis shrimp out there, right? Shibugi. Oh, that's another packet of flies I'm opening up. This morning I had a special delivery for a brother that is getting into fly fishing here in Hawaii, which is cool. Thanks, man. Thanks, Dylan. Delion, Ken and Peel. What's up? Delion. Is there a Delion here? Delion. Delion. I don't know how to say it. Anytime you go out where people have to hunt fish um, for their dinner table, you're gonna hear a lot more gunshots. And sometimes, if they're convicted felons, you'll hear a lot more dogs, especially here in Hawaii. They're doing dog and knife to catch pigs. Dun, dun, Yeah, what's cool about the social media is, I meet a lot of individuals from all over the country, all over the world that they utilize this platform that I a lot of my posts to either learn how to fly fish or see the different techniques that we use here in Hawaii because there's not a lot of it out there. I mean, bruh, I'm looking at some of these guys that make YouTube videos and they're doing such a good job. They're like, oh, today I'm gonna go do this, do that, and then everything's like edited perfect. Yeah, I try. That's all I gotta say is I try. But it makes it like super interesting to watch just because the way they narrate everything and make everything look. I mean, shit, I do the same thing like 900 times. This is their first time doing it. All of a sudden, they get a million views. I'm like, bro, what's the difference here? Just kidding. It's where I live because people are passing out randomly. Dogs are attacking cats, and sirens are everywhere. That sounds about right. Don't dogs usually attack cats, or cats attack dogs? So everyone's more feisty anyway. Uh, okay, I can do that. You gotta go to Glenda. send me a DM on Instagram. Bloody murder attack. Yeah. Well, the cat's in heat sounds like bloody murder. Or the foxes. You know you know what the fox is, right? Yep, 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 yep. It's like bloody murder with the foxes. Yes, I went to school on the East Coast, so and I know a thing or two about foxes. There we go. Oh, 76 minutes. It's almost an hour. But I usually tie flies for a long, long time. Um, just because that's how the demand is. Every single fly that I tie gets sold unless I'm using it. And I've tied uh, maybe a couple thousand already, more probably. And if you're going slow, this fly takes about 10, 11 minutes. If you're speeding through it, you can do it in 3. There we go. So if you're just joining us on this live broadcast, I'm here in Hawaii. I'm tying flies. The particular fly is called the ghetto superfly. I do sell these flies for a modest fortune. Um, and these flies catch fish all over the country, all over the world. So yeah, that happens. And it's just such a simple fly. So if you look at a fly box, you look at all the flies, you go, oh wow, that one looks nice. That one looks amazing. Details oriented. This fly looks like this sometimes in the fly box. And you got to straighten it out, but it works and it's super effective. And the heavier ones are good for when the surf is big or it's deeper water. You can adjust the weight. I said that a couple times already, but you can adjust the weight as needed for the different places that you may fish. And here in Hawaii, there's a lot of secrets out there. For you to catch a fish in Hawaii, it's not about if there's a lot of fish or not. It's the knowledge that you have to catch these fish. It's all about knowledge. So that's key. Super, super key. And so when you hire a guide, he gives you his knowledge to get you on the fish. You can DIY as much as you want. I'll answer most questions if you DIY, but yeah. And then distance bang too, where deeper gunshots like a pure pow, not a bang. Oh, bruh, rednecks getting wild. I've been called the Hawaiian redneck a couple times, so if you're gonna make something explode, might as well do it big. Hopefully nobody got hurt. Yeah, no worries. I'm just cruising, making flies here. So you just, oh, that's wild. Never seen that before. Anyways, ghetto superfly. And sometimes I'll make the fly purposely longer if I'm fishing places like Kaneohe, where it's deeper. I'm fishing from a boat, and I need the fish to see the fly fast and from far away. So I make it a little bit longer so the profile is bigger. And I'll use contrasting colors like brown or orange works. And then I may not use the pan, but it all depends. It really depends. But I basically use 2 flies and that's it for all the bone fishing I do. What is your favorite fish to catch? Easy question. The bonefish, the OEO. And I've caught a lot of fish, all kinds of fish, but the bones, hands down, my favorite to catch. But golden comes around, shit, I'll catch that. And I've hooked a lot of milkfish here, but haven't landed any milkfish. So that is, it's coming. That's a hard one. If you can unlock that one, that'll be rad. Bro, I gotta stretch my legs, bro. I don't know how people sit down for like 2 hours, bro. Yep, it's a lot of flies. Anyways, Laura, you went somewhere and you're back. Right on. Laura, do you know that you're talking to a random stranger right now? A Hawaiian random stranger. Right on. Here we go. Getting this all dialed in. I am trained. I'm trained in my school to sit in a plastic chair for 2 hours. Well, the plastic chair, any kind of chair, as long as you got blood circulation, you're good. But that's a long time. It's almost been 2 hours here. 90 minutes. 82 minutes. There we go. Think I got to get back to admin shortly, unfortunately. But admin is a key component. Good to go to bed. It's like 10 at night. Wait, Laura, where are you from? Oh, yeah, yeah, that side, yeah. The sun rises on the east, Makani. Hello. Yeah, got it. I know. I tried to call a hairline earlier, and I was like, East Coast time. I was like, bro, they're not at work. Gotta catch them early. Tennessee. I got family from Tennessee. New Hampshire is nice. Damn. Late night over there, guys. Burning the midnight oil. Trying to find something cool to watch on YouTube. And you know, yep, this is it. This is the coolest thing you're gonna watch on YouTube today. Guarantee. This is as real as it gets. Oh, take that off. There we go. All right, that was a lot of people that jumped on. Every time I do one of these things, I think I don't know, a couple thousand people watch it, which is cool. Um, return on invested time. Well, this and then basically marketing fly fishing here in Hawaii by teaching, teaching you how to tie a fly. You can watch, see what materials I use. So when you do come to Hawaii, you're all dialed in. Yeah, for this, I'm gonna use a green eye. I think when I do those the lodge kind of deal with like 3, 4 people, we're gonna do it low key. I'm not even gonna advertise it. So if you do follow and stuff like that, you'll be able to. It has to be all word of mouth. I think that's the best way to do it. That way, it's like super exclusive. You gotta know the group that you're with. That way, it's like way better. There we go. Getting her done. And I gotta get back to work. It's 3 o'clock here in Hawaii. Time to get a superfly. My name's Makani Christensen. Grown here. A guide here in Hawaii. Business owner. Teach fly fishing every time I guide. But yeah. All right, you guys. I think this might be the last fly. I don't know. Nah, I think I can tie more. All right. So what else can I talk about here? It's been 90 minutes. We're losing steam with a lot of individuals that's been on here for a while, which is totally understandable. I think. Oh, you know, love that. Moment of silence for all fly tires out there. There we go. Coffee, black coffee in the middle of the day. Only psychopaths drink black coffee. So my sister told me. Oh yeah. Well, anyway, Gwenda, you like big hands? I like small hands. There we go. Looking pimp. Gotta go pick up the Costa swag for our class that we have coming up. Do you know that Costa Sunglasses, when the Maui fires happened, sent me 400 pair of sunglasses? Because I asked, I was like, bro, these guys, they don't have sunglasses, they don't have anything, right? So they literally went wherever they were, in I think in Florida. They gathered everything they had in that office, they threw it in a box and sent it to me. I was like, bruh, that's what's up. I've been working with Costa for sunglasses for a while as the pro angler, and for a long time actually. And they always have done well by me. They're solid. So yep, use these eyes. Is this 1.5 grams? No, too small. I got some eyes on here that I think might be like 40 years old. Oh, it's raining. Perfect day to be inside. Rain is coming down sideways. I feel like I'm in a Forrest Gump movie, but not in the rain. Anyways, I play some ukulele after this before I start my work. All right, but I do have to give Instagram a solid um showing. I'm probably gonna come up with a subject, talk about some secrets. So if you do like when you DIY here in Hawaii, that you can learn from and hopefully apply it to your next DIY mission. Yeah, you. All right, Glenda, you have a great evening. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go switch platforms real quick. So if you do want to follow, see the next live stream, it's going to be on Instagram at Fly Fishing Hawaii. And maybe I'll see you there. If I don't, Shaka Brada. See you later.